15 degrees, you can see your breath. Out here in the lake effect, breaking tables like it's poetry. Where else would you rather be? Pinto Ron, Elvis in the lay poncho. The members that you need to know. 'Cause once you out here now, your family. Where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be?
Welcome into the Nickel City Crew. I am your host, Rob Crippen. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Nickel City Crew. This episode, along with all of our episodes, are presented by Crippen Legacy Entertainment here on Spreaker and StreamYard. We're so glad that you're joining us for some of your Buffalo Bills and NFL content again today. And as always, these are my Bills thoughts said out loud.
It's a vibe so ridiculous. Since 12 plus 83 was 6. The shout rocking like a symphony. Where else would you rather be?
All right, let's get straight to it. What a time to be a Buffalo Bills fan. What a time, man. This is so awesome. The Bills are in the driver's seat for the 1 seed, 2-0 record to start the year. We just grounded the Jets and took care of business in a overall boring game, but it doesn't really matter, man. Like I said, I'm not throwing any wins back or giving anything back this season. That's all about the 1 seed for me personally and that pursuit for our Buffalo Bills, man. Joining us tonight, as always, live and on scene, my co-host, riding shotgun, Adam Dump Truck Rupsick. Holla at the crew, DT. I know we've got some technical difficulties. Everybody's shooting up your bandwidth down there, man. Holla at the crew, DT.
Check. Can we hear me? DT in the building. What's up?
What's good, man? How you?
I'm good, Rob. I'm good. Nickel City, how we doing? Game day. Beautiful Thursday night. I know we're technical difficulties. This is the first time we've tried from the tailgate, and now we know our lesson. We're going to need to bring a router down here, Big Ben, extra generator next time. We got to get up in this. Too much bandwidth, too slow, can't even load your tickets, get them in the wallet. We're going to have to go speakerphone. So good to be here, ready for a beatdown. Beautiful night to go 3-0.
Set the scene for us, man, because I was really excited so that our audience would be able to get a chance to see you. Set the scene, man. The weather's great down there in Western New York at Orchard Park. Talk to us, man. Talk to us about what's going on out there, man. It's got to be electric right now.
Well, Rob, we're about 20 degrees warmer than the opener 2 weeks ago. 20 degrees warmer. Even the sun has just about gone down, and it is warm out here. Beautiful day, nice little breeze. Couldn't ask for better on this Thursday night game. I mean, it is pumping. We got here, I thought, late, about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's pumping in. I thought, people would be working. They get here after work. Not the case. People left early, as did I. We're out here. We're getting after it. Haven't seen a lot of Dolphins, a lot of Bills. I think get out here. Weather's good. Still enjoy divisional matchup Thursday Night Football, baby. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. I'm hoping it's a better vibe than that Ravens game where everyone was up and then we couldn't get up. I think everyone's ready to stay up all 4 quarters tonight.
Yeah, man. It's interesting because, just seeing that stadium, the new stadium being built across the street, across from Abbott, and all of the fans and everybody else going crazy. And I was listening to WGR on my way home, and it just seems like it's just such a wonderful atmosphere in respects to just the anticipation. I mean, DT, the Bills took care of business last week. It was a boring game. It was a James Cook game for the offense, and then obviously Joey Bosa doing some things. But quickly, what was your impressions of the Bills last week in respects to beating the Jets? Because it was kind of one of those ho-hum performances. The most notable thing that came out of the game is obviously that Josh Allen broke his nose. Other than that, there was really not a lot going on other than the fact that James Cook is a wonderful, wonderful running back. So happy again that we signed him because he deserved to get that bag and really kind of showed once again that the offense can run through him if need be. If Joe Brady wants to call that, run heavy style approach, the offense can run through 4. I mean, Jimbo can cook.
Worth every penny, Rob. Everyone's saying don't take him in fantasy. He's going to have a decline in production. That's been quite the opposite. Dude pretty much should have 5 touchdowns through 2 weeks, and it's a good thing to do. I don't like the idea of relying on the run, as we talked about in week 1, but I do like the idea of on a business trip like that, when 17 gets punched in the nose and you got to stay upright, give it to 4 and let him do his thing. And I love it, man. He dominated that game. That offensive line dominated that game. Line of scrimmage. Dolphins is a nice matchup to dominate the line of scrimmage as well. So it's a good thing to have. He's worth every penny. The dynamic back. Saquon did it with the Eagles last year. I'm not saying 4 is Saquon, but he gives that edge to the offense where you don't have to do everything through 1-7. When you need to, you know he can, but when you don't have to, we can rely on 4 and make it happen. So Sunday was a great business trip. 4 knew his role, took care of business. I like to see some other running backs involved as we move forward. It'd be good for the betting markets for some anytime touchdowns. But I'll tell you what, man, great win on Sunday. Divisional opponent. The Jets, you never know. They play us tight. Josh Allen gets hurt. Now we're in Miami, where we've seen a lot of close games. We've seen a lot of blowouts. We'll get into a stat later, but I think it's a crucial thing to have for 4 to be ready to rock. When you don't need 17 to ball out, when he does get punched in the nose, literally, 4 can go out there and make it happen. What do you have, 132 touchdowns? We'll take that from our $12 million back all day long.
Yeah, I'll take it. You know, I kind of took my victory lap on Twitter last week after the game because of the fact that, you know, all the Bills Mafia members that were ready to ship him out of town after the fact that he was looking for that raise. And I always called it a deserving raise because of the fact that he had earned it. And he comes out and has that kind of performance. And again, you know, credit to the offensive line because of the fact that they were obviously open up holes. And he was obviously in a situation where he was untouched for a lot of period of time. And respectfully, before he's getting first contact, he's 6-7 yards downfield before anybody's even touching him. Joey Bosa, DT, before we shift to tonight's game, we got a nice little quick episode for you guys tonight. Joey Bosa, DT, I mean, if this guy's going to be healthy, if he's going to play like this, and he's going to be in a situation where he's playing with his hair on fire, trying to show himself to get another contract extension down the road, whether it be from the Bills or somebody else, he really did a lot on Sunday to kind of beef up that status. 2 forced fumbles all over Justin Fields. It was a situation where Bosa looked like the Chargers Bosa of old. He looked quick. He looked strong off the edge. A lot of the things were working for him in respects to that pass rush, and he was just a delight to see. I'm hoping and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he could find a way to stay healthy because, boy, he is something else when he is and when he's got everything clicking.
That's Rob. The intangibles are way more than Von Miller, I think, ever was for us. Rob, would you agree? Like, can do is way more than Von Miller ever could. Von Miller, great career, probably Hall of Famer, straight pass rusher. Joey Bosa is a little more dynamic. Week 1, did not love him. You know, couldn't get around the option, but we'll give it to him. He hasn't played Lamar a lot. That's a tough matchup to have. You're getting beat. Some things happen. He made his money week 2. I'll tell you that, Rob. He came out and made plays all over. And what I like to see was the leadership and the energy, and Sal Capaccio saying he's never seen a 10-year vet get that pumped up on the sideline. And that just shows the culture he's into and what he's ready to do. And you just said it best. If he is healthy, I'm a little concerned because with all these defensive injuries, we might be relying on 97. But if he plays like that, he's going to get us out of a lot of jams. So I like him. I think he's got way more to offer than Von Miller ever did. It's just a matter of staying healthy. And, geez, every day somebody on this defense goes down. But I like what we see so far. He should be able to have a big game tonight on a kind of shitty offensive line from the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a situation where he finds a way to eat a little bit tonight as well, and we'll see how that goes. But, you know, it's funny that you talked about injuries in that respect because the Bills, obviously, again, tonight, as we shift our focus, is going to be losing and missing out on Ed Oliver again for a second consecutive week. And then I guess it's just death, taxes, and Matt Milano being hurt. It's going to be one of those situations where you're going to have to find yourself a linebacker in this coming up draft because Matt Milano again goes down with a pec. He's going to miss tonight's game. He might miss multiple games, it seems like, because this seems to be a 2 to 4 week injury. But, you know, it's funny because I'm ready to see Dorian Williams. What was one of the things that I talked about, DT, last year was, you know, let Matt Milano kind of come back into this and ease his way back into the starting lineup because of the fact that Dorian was doing okay, man. He runs fast. He makes some mistakes, but he makes them fast. Anytime I'm teaching football, you know, to my young kings, I'm always saying, you know, play fast. And that way we can coach your mistakes. Dorian Williams plays fast, man. Sometimes he's in the wrong gaps. Sometimes he's over pursuing, but he plays fast. I'm excited actually to see him tonight to get another opportunity.
Yeah, he did that from the start. You know, as a rookie, it kind of gave him the pass. He might overshoot. He plays with his hair on fire. But I think, year 3 now, time to tone it in. You've been a backup role, but it's been a full time with Matt Milano kind of in and out. Like, it's not just you're backing up, you're not getting reps, you're getting a ton of reps. So I'm looking for him to kind of make the turn and step up, and yes, use that fire and that fastness to play, but also start getting some maturity and have some gap integrity and play a little more mature. And I think hopefully we see that over the next couple weeks with Milano out. Milano's house money at this point, Rob.
Yeah.
Milano's house money at this point. If he's in there, he makes plays, great. If he's not, we learn to live without him, and we have learned to live without him. So what better than Dorian Williams to go out and make plays? I hope he does start maturing and does have some gap integrity and, move forward. This is going to be a good zone run team in the Miami Dolphins, and he's going to have an opportunity to plug those up as well with Buffalo Joe. Why not? In front of your home crowd, get up there, that Brian Urlacher-esque, get in there and plug those holes up, make some plays. I'm looking forward to seeing him mature, and I think in a McDermott defense, we do see some uptick in players like that have the intensity, and we never really got it all with Trayman Edmonds, similar player with super athletic, played fast. I hope Dorian Williams does the same thing and starts plugging holes. Gap integrity, Rob. Gap integrity, something we didn't see week 1, something we saw a lot of week 2 with some confidence. We can't let A-Chain run all over us tonight.
Yeah, it's funny because as we begin to transition to tonight's matchup, Bills again tonight, Thursday night football, under the lights at the Ralph, possibly the last time that the Miami Dolphins are coming to the Ralph. That's why I named the episode the way that I did. It's interesting, DT, because, when you talk about this Dolphins team, they seem to be going through a lot of turmoil. They seem to be going through a lot of disappointment in respects to that. I mean, McDaniel saying some weird shit in this week's press conferences. Tua talking about how he's not even half of Josh Allen, which was an interesting, way to kind of go about it. And he was kind of being more, self-deprecating, but it was still weird to hear from a starting quarterback. I'm interested, DT, tonight to see what the offensive approach is going to be from Joe Brady. We talked about it last week, DT, how, it seems like they maybe want to play some low event games. The Bills are the number 1 rushing offense in respects to attempts through 2 weeks. DT, I think this is a game where you come out and you just, it doesn't necessarily have to be throwing on it, but I want you to go and try to score as many points as you can as quickly as possible in this first half. Let's see if you could take their will. Let's see if this team really has their coaches back. Let's see if they're really a cohesive unit. You got Tyreek Hill ready to just kind of pop off at any point in time in respects to being combustible on that sideline. Let's find out how much of a team this really is and how close-knit they really are, and if they're ready to come up here on this long trip to Buffalo and then really go out there and fight for their coach and fight for their own team. It's going to be interesting to see, DT, because if Joe Brady employs a game plan where he comes out and attacks early, this shit could get sideways early, and I think that's in the Bills' favor. Don't sit back and wait and keep this game close. It's not necessary almost.
Throw shots right away. Rob. I mean, this team is defeated. This Dolphins team has been embarrassed the last 2 weeks. Coach is probably fired if it's a beatdown tonight, early and often. It's tough to say this team owes us one, Rob, because the opener was amazing, and we came back and won and beat one of the best teams in the NFL. But the stadium wasn't lit that night, Rob. The stadium wasn't lit, and Bills Mafia is best when it's lit, and everyone knows that. And you get up on this team early, it's going to be lit all the way until that clock strikes 0. So I think early and often, give me some break here when I say they owe us one, but they owe us one. We waited all year to get hype on third down, get ready, pound the bleachers, and get loud, and we really couldn't do that 2 weeks ago. So tonight, let us get loud, get up early, and get up on these dudes. They're gonna have the pep talk. They're gonna get ready to go. We got nothing to lose. Let's do it for Coach. Let's do it for Reek. Let's do it. But I will be damned if 17 ever gets on a podium and talks like that about another man in this NFL. And that will never happen because he is that dude. There ain't going to be anybody ever touching him. So use it to their disadvantage. They're going to be pumped up. Hit them early. And let's get this crowd into it. They owe us one, Rob. They owe us a nice Bills Mafia rooftopper to get off this place, get everybody into this Thursday night with some rhythm. And that's what we need right out of the gate, early and often. If it's running, if it's passing, I don't care.
Right.
We need 6 non-negotiable for the first couple possessions.
Yeah, I really would like to see it. And I'll agree with you. It doesn't necessarily have to be from the passing game, but I do want to see I do want to see them just kind of go after it, man. I don't want to see them sit back. I don't like that whole low event football and all this other stuff. Anytime you keep a game close, all you're doing is inviting some bad shit to happen. You're inviting the actual opponent who is not as good as you to stay in the game longer. I'm not interested in any of that tonight. I want to test their mettle. I want to see how much they care and they give a shit about each other. They give a shit about Mike McDaniel, and I really want to put it to the test. These guys are on the road. The crowd should be raucous. Like you said, they owe us one in respects to keeping the crowd into it. So I want to see what it's like when their backs are against the wall early in the first half and see how they react to it, because I really do think that this team is primed to implode. Now, as we transition, tonight's episode is presented by Taste of Buffalo Pizzeria down here in Huntersville, outside of Charlotte, North, where I am. DT has got all the great food up there in Buffalo and Western New York. But if you're ever looking for something, listen, if you are from Western New York and you are down here in Charlotte where I am, check out Taste of Buffalo Pizzeria. My girl Jen Battaglia and her crew are running a great restaurant. They've got all of the great Buffalo style foods that you are used to. If you're nostalgic, if you're missing the good old Buffalo foods, Western New York foods that you miss so much, head on over to Taste of Buffalo Pizzeria. They will get you right. Now, DT, as we transition, and again, a quick episode tonight. I know you're there, you're in the thick of it. Once again, I'm jealous of you because you're right there in the thick of it, and I really do envy you because of the fact that I miss my Bills. I was riding home from work and I was like, man, I felt like it was back when I first moved down to Charlotte again. Like, I miss my Bills. I miss being there. What a wonderful night that this should set up to be. DT, this is a team that, it's funny, the spread's 12 or 12.5 or 11.5. They play us tight a lot more often than they don't. They play us tight. I expect a team to come out tonight in respect to the Dolphins and try their best to put on their best performance after obviously that stinker that they put on week 1. Last week they lose to the Patriots in a close game. I expect their best tonight. DT, this team could be dangerous if you let them. This is not a team that you just want to listen, I know that everybody likes to make fun of Tua. I make fun of Tua. I can't help it on Twitter sometimes. But this is a team that sometimes it's when everybody's patting you on the back, DT, it's kind of that old adage that you better be watching your back when everybody's patting you on the back because of the fact that you could get snake bit. It's like Nick Saban, rat poison. I hope the Bills are not reading the press clipping because everybody's expecting them to trounce them tonight. I just want them to be workmanlike and do their job tonight because the Dolphins, man, sometimes when somebody's backed against the wall, they can bite you.
That's fair, Rob. And this team is talented. We've seen them get close. But we've also, when we get up early on them, we've seen blowouts with the Josh Allen era in this. We have. I think it comes down to a thing of 17 having a little MJ in them, 17 having a little Kobe in them, 17 having a little Tiger Woods in them. Last week I was saying 08 LeBron witness poster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
17. Let's play a little. Make something up to piss me off.
Yeah.
Last Sunday pisses 17 off. 30 points on the road. You break my nose and I don't account for a single point. Not acceptable.
Right.
Not acceptable. He comes out tonight and says, I'm the MVP. This is the home crowd. This is the mafia. Like I said, get rocking, get rolling. I think the X factor right there is Josh Allen having that little MJ, having that little Tiger, having that little Kobe in him, Rob.
I like it.
And coming out here and saying, I'm pissed about Sunday. 30-10 ain't good enough. 30-10 ain't good enough.
I like it.
Let's put a 50 burger on these boys. Let's put a 50 burger on these boys. So that's what I think the mentality is.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I really do like that. It's funny. Listen, I'm expecting the Bills to come out and take care of business. I don't know about spreads and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to cover, but I do want to know in respects to what you think, DT, because listen, the defense, week 1, we saw it. They got taken advantage of, but not every team has Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. This Miami offense is an offense where, HN, you were absolutely right when you said early in the show, HN can run wild if you let him. Listen, Tua, it's just, I don't know, man. He just seems scared sometimes. He just seems like he is hesitant sometimes. He seems like he's almost scared of his own shadow. I watched that Colts game and all of those turnovers and all of those bad decisions. Get on this dude, like right off the bat. I don't care who it is, Rousseau, Bosa, get on this guy right away. Do not give him an inch. Let him find a way to feel you early in this game. That's really what I feel about Tua, because I feel like he can fold like an accordion. If you get in his face early, They talked about it last week. They said, the Patriots said, we just got to take away his first read, and then we knew that he was going to fold. The week before, the Colts said, not only take away his first read, just crowd him, get in his face, and then he'll fold. And he did both times. I'm interested to see what they do tonight when it comes to Sean McDermott and Bobby Babbage. Get in this dude's face, even send some pressures. You don't have to always just rush forward. Send a couple pressures, even some simulated pressures to make him start to think. Don't just let him sit back there and get his confidence and his rhythm, that short passing game to Waddle and Hill. None of that shit. Shut it all down from the beginning and give them no life.
Agree, Rob. And his really only success as a quarterback was the early years of this Mike McDaniel offense when nobody really knew what was happening, and they had that first read, and they were able to move the ball, and there were late games throwing up bombs. But it was very clear the last 2 weeks. The Colts and the Patriots said it clean. Said, cloud the middle of the field, take the first read away, and get after his ass. And I think that is the key. Like, this dude has not proved he can't do what he was doing before anybody knew what this offense was. Now everybody knows what this offense was. So don't let him get in a rhythm. Don't let him take that timing step, that timing belt. We have not the best pass rush, not the best defensive backs, but we are able to kind of put the simulated pressure, like you said, Rob, to muddy it up and make it look different there, and have some confidence in McDermott. He will do that tonight because we need to get this team out early. They're going to be pumped up. They're going to be ready to go, but that's even better. You take the tire is too inflated. All you got to do is hit the valve a little bit, and that shit's down to the ground. So that's what we need to get, Rob. We need to get that tire deflated quickly, and this offense is old, dude. It used to be scary. It used to be something. Mike McDaniel used to be a
70 points.
Now people know. So it's like, can you buck up and make throws when you need to? He hasn't been able to. So get him in those situations, and I love it. At the end of the day, it's a quarterback matchup, 17 versus 1, and one looks scared. One admitted 17's quadruple a man than he'll ever be. Take advantage early. This offense is old. We can't let them win this game. We can't let this pumped up team have some confidence early. We need to take the life out of them, get their ass back to South Beach, even though it feels like South Beach tonight.
I love it, man. I really do love it. Now, as we begin to transition and wrap up, like I said, a quick episode tonight. We want everybody to enjoy their pregame and stuff like that. And again, our apologies. DT is trying. He was trying to load up. He can't load up. Everybody's snatching up the bandwidth down there at One Bills Drive, so he wasn't able to see actually get on the actual chat tonight. I wanted you guys to see him out there at the Ralph and all that type of stuff, but it's all good. We'll get it right by the time he gets down here to Charlotte for the Carolina Panthers when they host the Buffalo Bills, our Buffalo Bills. Now, as we transition to wrap up tonight, the Nickel City Crew Tailgate Report is presented by Queen City Vintage. Listen, check out our buddy Nick, Queen City Vintage, right there on Elmwood across from 40 Thieves. Listen, Queen City Vintage has got all your Buffalo Sabres, all your Buffalo Bills, all of your nostalgic gear, shirts, jackets like mine, hats. They got everything that you want in respects to throwing it back, man, the nostalgic gear, excuse me. Check out Queen City Vintage. They do sponsor our giveaways every single week. We've got a sweet shirt about to announce our winner here in a moment. DT, last week, listen, I told you what it was. It was slow motion. It was quarterback one. My middle king, Nate, seeing what he had going on. He threw his first touchdown pass, DT, and then on the subsequent play, he runs in the 2-point conversion. The Giants win 16-0. They pitch a shutout. He also played both ways, playing a little bit of outside linebacker. DT, I was so proud. When he threw that touchdown pass, I must have felt and jumped out of my skin because it was different than me ever scoring or basketball. You know, I was a basketball kid. It was way different, man. Watching your kid have success, it is like a euphoric high. It was something that I never imagined how excited I was going to get. But he threw his first touchdown on a pass in the red zone on a nice little out route, and then ran in the 2-point conversion. So that was really sweet to see.
Let's go! Congrats, Nate. Congrats on your first tutty pass. You get a little taste of what Josh Allen's dad feels like up in that suite now, Rob. I'm QB1's dad. I'm QB1's dad. Congrats, Nate. Keep it up, dude.
Yeah, it was really good, man. They got their first win of the season. We had to forfeit the earlier game, the week 1, because we didn't have enough players. We lost last week. Saw them bounce back this week, and that was really good to see from the boys. They all fought hard and, again, pitched the shutout. They won 16-0. And then, DT, for the game, it was slow motion. I had everybody here. We cooked wings. We had some chips and dip. Everything else was really cool, man, and the boys enjoyed it. And like I said, it was a snooze fest, but James Cook at least provided some sparks in respects to giving us a little bit of stuff to cheer about in that respect. Now, what was it like last week before we get to tonight and wrap up the show? Because obviously tonight is the main attraction. What was it like for you last week? How did the party go for all of your drivers?
Amazing week, Rob. Amazing party.
That's what's up.
Hey, and Ruji, shout out Noah, award listener. Every week, Noah's listening in. I hired his dad to be on my squad, and
Salute, Noah.
This is our third annual driver party. We're 3 for 3 with weather. We're 2-1 in record. 2 years ago, beat the Dolphins down at home. Last year, lost to the Texans at Houston, and now beat the Jets. So 2-1, good vibes. Was a beautiful day. We had a nice setup. Shout out to the Ruji family. Beautiful home right up on Lake Ontario. Had a great turnout with the squad. Brought the significant others.
Right.
Everyone had a good time. We did a little closest to the bin frisbee at halftime for a bottle of booze.
Nice.
It was a
nice.
great time.
That's
Noah was on the smoker. Shout out Noah. Made the chicken. Great chicken.
Ooh, beautiful.
We had every type of snack, and it was a beatdown. So it was good. Everyone was relaxed. Everyone was having a good time. Got a little rowdy, Rob. Got a little rowdy. The boys got rowdy, and I love that. So
that's what's up.
Shout out to my whole team, and it's a beautiful event. I can't wait till next year. Dan wants to have another one when it gets a little colder. Get a projector going towards the evening time.
What?
4 o'clock on the projector outside. Layer up. Get the real effects of the winter up there on the lake.
On the lake, yeah.
I can't wait till the next one, man. Great turnout. Everyone loves it. It's good to be there, for my employees. I think everyone had a great time.
That's really awesome. And I just love the fact that you give back. Shout out to Enterprise. Again, DT, for those who don't know out there in the Nickel City crew, Bill's Mafia, DT is the man over at Enterprise. He is the Western New York man. He's running this region in respects to Enterprise. And I really do appreciate the fact that you give back. I mean, when I was a business owner, always bought my people lunch on Fridays, always tried to show appreciation and let them know a happy employee is the best employee. So I really appreciate the fact that you go ahead and you give back to your community, you give back to your employees, because it really does go a long way. DT, tonight, I mean, we're about to wrap up soon. I got to go pick up Nate from practice. Bobby's on his way back from the park. He's with the park with his boys playing basketball and football. He should be back home soon. I mean, listen, man, it's locked in. I guess it's an Amazon Prime game down here in Charlotte. I know back home in Western New York, everybody can catch it if they're not at the game on ABC tonight, Channel 7. But down here, you got to have Amazon Prime. So I'm making sure my membership's good. TV's on right now, making sure that everything's good to go with that. Don't want any type of snags. And we're just going to chill, man. Probably cook up some burgers after the boys get home after practice and kind of just keep it low key, man, and just let them stay up late and watch the game like a good Bills father would do, man. DT is on location. DT's on location at the Ralph. Where are you tailgating? Where are you, DT? Talk to the crew.
All right, we moved up from our normal grass lot spot. Shout out to everyone that's still down there. I know Cowboy Seth's down there.
Seth, yeah, he hollered at me today.
We with work and everything moving around, we had to go to our secondary lot. Prohibition, right on the corner. Very convenient. Only about 50, 60 cars get in here, so it's a quick out. I'm driving today, so I'm behaving, keeping the boys together. Matchup.
I love it. I love it.
Rob. It's bumping. Like I said, I think people are ready to rock. People are taking long weekends. People want to get up that they couldn't get up the last night game and had that Monday. Now let's get up and have a Friday tomorrow. So it's live. It's as packed as it ever has been. I haven't seen a lot of Dolphins gear, which I like. Usually I see a lot more. I think this is business. This is all business tonight. The Mafia's ready to go. The Don 1-7 ready to lead us. It's a good vibe. It's everything it should be tonight. Everything it should be.
Oh, I love it. I'm jealous. I try not to be, but I love it. I miss the Bills Mafia. I miss the Ralph. Again, this is possibly the last visit, unless the Dolphins win or lose tonight. They're going to have to mount a nice little comeback to get back in the division race, let alone the AFC race. It's going to be really hard for them.
No wild card. Screw the wild card. But yeah, if you want to see the Dolphins in the playoffs, I'd love that.
Yeah, I'm just saying this could be it, man. So enjoy it. There's so many great rivalries for the Bills. Obviously, the Patriots were not a great rivalry that you can't even consider it a rivalry because Tom Brady just kept beating our heads in. But you think back to Kelly and Marino, the AFC Championship game down there in South Beach, some memorable games. Brian Cox flicking us off at the Rub. I know you're a little bit young for that, DT, but this was my rivalry growing up. I was 5, 6, 7, and 8 for the Super Bowl run, as Nickel City Crew knows. This was my rivalry growing up, was the Dolphins and Marino and the Mark brothers, Mark Duper, Mark Clayton. Those were the guys that I couldn't stand to watch. And Brian Cox, of course, the infamous Brian Cox with the double bird. So I'm really happy that we've got this home game tonight for the fans. And again, enjoy it, because this could be the last time that you see the Dolphins at the Ralph. Listen, our Nickel City Crew tailgate giveaway, I just got word of the winner. The winner is that's a sweet shirt, by the way. To the winner, can I borrow it, man? Can you get it to me every now and then? Just send it down here to Charlotte, maybe once a month or something like that. The winner is J_Bird00. J_Bird00 is the winner of our contest for the week 3 giveaway. You know who that is? I don't know who he is.
I do. Great. He's the listener. Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Art teacher at Sherman High School.
Look at that.
Great dude. Listening every week. Congrats, man. You earned it. You're always on our stuff. We appreciate it.
Well, since DT knows you personally, Jay, let me get that shirt. Let me hold that shirt every now and then, man. That's a sweet shirt. So congratulations to Jay, our creative director. Shout out to Olivia Nagel. She will get all your information to make sure that you get your shirt in a timely fashion. So congratulations to you, man. Again, to Nickel City Crew, we really appreciate you guys just engaging with us with the contest and stuff like that, retweeting. I saw my Instagram and stuff like that. Again, I really appreciate all the engagement and everybody participating. Listen, DT, enjoy the night tonight. I heard, like you said, you're on driver duty. You're the DD, but you can get a couple drinks in right now and then still be okay by the time the game's over. Enjoy your night tonight. Be safe out there for sure, DT. And let's take it to them right off the bat, DT. Let's not play around with our food.
Professional tailgaters, we're ready to go. This is business. 17's got something to go. 3-0. That's it. Week and a half till the Saints. 3-0. Take care of these boys.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen out there. Spread love, not hate. These were my Bills thoughts said out loud. DT live on the scene at One Bills Drive. We really appreciate you, DT. I'm sorry we couldn't get hooked up so everybody could see, but you know what it's like out there at the tailgates, Bills Mafia. You know what it's like, Nickel City Crew. It's a rabid scene. Everybody's ready for the lights to turn on, and I can't wait for tonight's matchup. Listen out there, spread love, not hate. These were my Bills thoughts said out loud. Hit them with a Go Bills, DT. Be safe tonight, brother.
Go Bills, Nickel City. Let's go, Rob. Let's go. 3-0, baby. Squish the fish. 3-0.
Squish the fish. Go Bills. I love it. I love it. I love it.